This film started with a narration of a man who's telling a story about strange things that are happening in Liaoning. It is said that bodies of women that are buried more than 1,000 years are found in the Kunlun Palace basement, with flesh and skin still intact. He also tells a story about how fossils of animals were found in 1974. The man then continues to go on with this story up until 1979, when the discovery of 2 ancient skulls was made, and he only understood it when he got to the Kunlun Mountain of the same year. The scene shifted with the man dancing and singing. People are singing within in the chorus. We are also shown people that are doing hard labor, pushing carts and pounding rocks. We are introduced to 2 characters, exchanging banter about how they fought the war and how they should persevere for their country's success. The girl collapsed, and the man collapsed not long after as well. A paramedic named Q Yangping helped the man despite protests from an older man behind her, because he thinks that the man is faking it. She insisted and helped the man. He then got up to his feet after drinking water and went back pushing carts filled with rocks. A voice can be heard speaking from a speaker, and a large fossil came out of the cave. The man was confused and wondered what it was. We are now shown people working inside the cave. Large bones and skeletal figures can be seen in the background that they must have found during their excavation. A noise can be heard as if something were coming. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind came out of the cave, causing a big surge of wind, much like a sandstorm, enough to send people flying. When the wind settled down, soldiers took their position in the cave's entrance. People are coming out of the cave injured. Nighttime came, and the soldiers were being grouped and told that a new path had been opened to be explored leading to a mountain. Inside, the havoc that the wind made is very evident. Tools are destroyed, people are dead, and the scaffoldings all collapsed from the impact. As they pushed through, they found a chasm so deep that it seemed no end, with giant statues overlooking it. On a rope, the group went down, and below the chasm they found a crack on the ground that opened up to a much bigger cave inside. In here they saw large skeletal figures of what seemed to be dinosaurs. Outside, they are now in front of a mountain that, according to their legend, is the gate of the ancient kingdom. One of the soldiers called them because he found giant footprints in the snow. A vast mountain range of snowy mountains. We're now shown the first creature of the film, a giant beast that looked like an alligator. The group is now walking the snowy path when they find themselves surrounded by small red bats. These bats turn blue and are fast enough to dodge a bullet, and when it touches you, you will be turned to ashes. The group fought back using guns, and this alerted the giant beast from afar. Its movements caused an avalanche. The group where Hu Yi and Yang Ping belonged to is now between an avalanche and a ravine. They braced themselves and jumped. Hu Yi and Yang Ping hung on an ice with the rope that they were shearing, but the rope eventually snapped and both of them fell down the ravine, and as they fell down, Hu Yi woke up from all that nightmare that he had. The scene shifted with Hu Yi waking up on a public transit, where he continued telling his story. We are now back in time, where Hu Yi and Yang Ping, apparently alive together with what's left of the group, are now at the bottom of where they jumped into. They ended up in an open space where the sacred palace of Kunlun rests. Yang's father forces Yang Ping and Hu Yi inside the palace, where they are welcomed by a blinding ball of light. The debris surrounding the palace all levitated, and the tip of the palace shot an emanating light on the sky, releasing the demons that once resided in the palace, as well as the souls that are trapped within it. One member of the group stopped the fire from the candle that opened the gates, and the light from the tip of the palace disappeared, and the ominous event stopped. Running for their lives, Yang Ping, Hu Yi, and Yang's father got outside near a fall where they fell when they were attacked by the small bats. Hu Yi got hit, so he jumped with the hopes of being saved from the fire. Yang Ping and Hu Yi were together when a giant beast attacked them. Yang Ping pushed him, so the predator only got Yang Ping. Of all the members of the group, only Hu Yi survived. Back at the base, he was being treated and was told that it was indeed only him that survived. He woke up again to a familiar song, and he saw his fallen comrades singing the song that they used to sing, but as he was about to stand up and approach them, he was woken up by the fact that it was a different group of people, just the same song. A shift in scene where we are brought to what seemed to be a bar of their time, where there is singing, food, and drinks. Back at the library, Hu Yi found a book covered in a newspaper. It is a book that was made by lecturer Yang. As he read it, he understood that Professor Yang knew that Yang Ping and Hu Yi could open the gates of the Kunlun Palace. In the library, Hu Yi received another book about the Palace of Kunlun. The books are bookmarked, and in these books, the secrets of the Kunlun Palace are slowly understood by him. His research intensified as he received more books. Time passed, and he read and researched about the palace without stopping. And as he continued to study the secrets of the place, one question emerged. Who sent these books to me? And why did he awaken the demons of the Demon Tower? 3 years have passed. There were men in black suits. Professor Yang appeared. Apparently, he didn't perish but found a cave and was lucky enough to survive. Music erupted, and there was singing, dancing, kids watching magic shows, and an audience that watched as the theater went on. Atop the theater, something is moving, something big that it is enough to shake the metal railings. Everyone was oblivious to this until the host of the show ran out of the stage and shouted and told everyone to run in a panic. The men in black suits got the news that there's an alien invasion. Professor Yang came and told them that this might be connected with the demons that got away when they opened the gates of hell. Back at the library, Hubei is reading a book that Professor Yang wrote. He is reading about what has happened in his journey. Somehow this made Hubei mad, and he started emitting flames just like the small bats in the Kunlun Palace. He also gained superhuman strength and made everything around him float. The librarian came and saw everything, but he remained unfazed, and he is now told that when he was attacked by the creature, he was infected. He asked who the librarian was, but when he did, the librarian pushed the table on the ground that collapsed the whole library and magically created a new domain around it. In this domain, we see the souls of men that are trapped within. Here he is told about the history of how and why the Palace of Kunlun was built. He also told me that when they opened the gates, the leader of the demons got away. In Sector 749, the men in black suits are having a discussion because Professor Yang is missing. A phone call came saying that Yang Ping is awake and is asking for Hubei, so they went to him. They asked him to look for Professor Yang and told him that he and Yang Ping had survived and were looking for him. The library manager opposes it. They were having an argument in the domain with souls when suddenly an animal-shaped smoke came rushing to attack them. Hubei is now leaving to go to Yang Ping. Mr. Wang came with him. The scene shifted to a place where a lot of people gather in a desert, a meeting place where Hubei met Yang Ping again. Hubei tried to reintroduce himself, but she kept saying that her name is Shirley. A long line of camels is traveling the desert on a quest to find Professor Yang. It was nighttime in the desert when they finally sat down and talked about the professor. The day after, they are hit by a sandstorm much like the avalanche. They made the run for it. Fortunately, they made it out and are now in what seems like an abandoned city. The other part of the group is being stalked by a big creature that looks like a jaguar with saber teeth and is about to attack them. The group ran and they split, so the monster only attacked one of them. It got one of them, letting the three escape. Hubei wanted to go home, but the ones looking for Professor Yang don't want to, despite telling them how dangerous it could be. The demons must have heard them, because one came as they were bantering. They armed themselves and waited for it to come, but what they saw was an unmanned bus. When the bus got closer to them, one of the monsters jumped from the back and started attacking them. They fought back, but as they just defeated one, the other showed up from behind them. Shirley ran past them, so the others had to catch up to her. They entered a building, the theater, from the news, and saw the people hanging upside down on the ceiling. They entered cautiously and found a hole in the ground. They entered it while the rest of the group was being attacked by a pack of the wolf-like monsters outside. Below the hole, Hubei found what seems to be ruins. He came into an open space that seemed like a tomb. The skirmish continued until they found the space to move. In the tomb, Hubei was attacked by a monster and is unconscious. Yang Ping put him inside the sarcophagus, and Shirley went away. He got pulled back into the Palace of Kunlun. When he came, a monster was there, the same monster that attacked Yang Ping in the water. The monster put Yang Ping in the goblet of fire, and a blue creature came out. It seemed that the creature used Yang Ping as a vessel, and is now leading the monsters through her body. The skirmish goes on outside as a swarm of monsters keeps on attacking the rest of the group. Back in the Kunlun Palace, Hubei talks to the blue creature, asking it to return Yang Ping to him. The creature returned him outside amidst the chaos. A lot of the monsters are outside. It doesn't look good for the group because they're all pinned down and are on the verge of being defeated. Shirley came into the scene and started attacking the monsters, telling them that they would be fine because she would be back. Just as the monsters were about to attack everyone in the group, gunshots were heard. It was Hubei shooting Shirley. Shirley died and the monsters started backing out, and the Palace of Kunlun started collapsing. Shirley now, in the appearance of Yang Ping, lies dying beside Hubei. Hubei carrying Yang Ping in his arms, bringing her to the tomb that he was once. the group reuniting in Hubei